Okay. So yun, yung reliable database system, sabi niya, database. Is it the only solution? Sabi mo is the only solution. Is it the only solution to an effective transportation system? Ngayon, kasi na-mention niya yung informal settlements at saka, what's that? Yung informal terminals. Kasi ang minamention natin dito, ang binabanggit natin dito, yung reliable data. So, is it an effective tool, effective transportation system, for the effective transportation system?
Well, it's one of the requirements, no? Para ma-analyze natin mabuti yung problema, kailangan natin tama yung data, no? Or tama yung mga ingredients, no? Na gagamitin natin para makaluto or maka-develop ng isang effective transportation system. Para tayo nagluluto, for example, no? Gusto natin ng kalyos na napakasarap. Di ba? Alam nga naman, ang kalyos, bibili ka syempre ng kalyos, no? Bibili ka ng yung paanong ng baka. Di ba? Bibili ka ng, anong sausage yun? Yung ginagamit? Parang, hindi Vienna. Chorizo de Bilbao, no? Chorizo de Bilbao. Tapos bibili ka ng kamatis, yung oil. Anong oil yan? Yung ginagamit? Olive oil. Okay. So hindi pwedeng yung ingredients na gagamitin natin, vegetable oil, Vienna sausage, di ba? Yun yung parang gano'n, di ba? Yung pagka yung data mo is hindi akma, and then gumamit ka lang ng data na hindi reliable, yung lasa ng kalyos natin, hindi masarap, di ba? Or hindi tayo makakahanap ng isang solution na akma doon sa problema natin. So parang gano'n. So isa lang siya sa mga requirements para maka-develop tayo ng isang magandang solusyon. No? Pero hindi lang yun yung solusyon, no? Isa lang siya. Oo.
Okay, thank you po. Meron pong question si Ms. Laline.
Good morning po, Les. So I'm Lelaine Guanzon from Circular Friends Foundation, and I'm also the Vice President of the Makati Person with Disability Federation. Sir, ask ko lang po, are you working in the government or in the public sector po?
Ako po?
Apo?
Sa UP School of Urban Regional Planning po.
Government po ba yun?
Government po yun.
UP, okay.
Apo.
Meron po ba tayong from the OTC here?
Meron po, nagtatago po sa likod.
Ayan. Opo, from MMDA, meron din po tayong taga-MMDA dito? Wala pa po? Okay. Ang ganda po ng present ni Sir, no? Sa amin po kasing sector, parang laging number one problem namin is the transportation. Sabi ko nga po, sa tuwing ma-attend po ako ng ganito mga pagpupulong, ang dami pong programa ng gobyerno when it comes to education, health, employment, ang dami na para sa amin. I'm representing our sector, no? Pero saan tumutungo yung malaking question at malaking problema namin? Meron kaming educational benefits. Meron kaming maraming mga job opening. Ang tanong, meron tayong, paano kami pupunta sa eskwelahan para makapag-aral? Sayang ang benefits. Paano kami, kapag nakapagtapos ako, paano naman ako pupunta sa papasukan ko kung wala naman accessible transportation? So tuwing umaattend na lang kami dito, para kahit malang isa doon sa mga tanong namin, hindi talaga na-address. Pero ngayon naririnig ko po ito, para nakakakita ako ng pag-asa. Sabi nga namin, the truly vulnerable sector is the sector of the person with disability. Kaya ako po tinanong kung may DOTC or MMDA dito, kasi sa dami po ng mga forum na ina-attend namin, nag-i-initiate po ang mga NGOs, ang mga private organization, para po masolusyonan ang problema po ng gobyerno o ng bansa natin. Ang nagiging problema naman, tayo nga dito sa baba, gumagawa ng solusyon, ang problema, hindi nakararating doon sa mga taong gagawa ng mga solusyon. So, sir, sana si Miss Daniel ba yun? yan, kasi nakakasama ko po yan. Yung pong mapping ninyo, napakaganda nung tinitignan ko nga po. Parang kahit Quezon City pa lang yan, napaka-strategic. Parang tinitignan ko saan ba ako sasakay dyan. May tricycle pala dyan. Yung sinasabi niyo po kanina, yung kanina speaker natin, ngayon na lang po ako nakakagamit ng accessible van. No ako po ay pumasok at naging part ng Circle of Friends. To tell you honestly, ako po ay taga Makati, pero hindi po ako mayaman. Kami po yung nakatira doon sa mga embo-embo, doon po sa military reservation. Yung mayayaman po nandun sa District 1. Mukha lang po ako mayaman, tignan yan. Ako po, I live in Comembo. Nandun po, luckily, nandun po yung mga, ang tawag ba doon, starter? Yung mga paradahan ng mga jeep. Para po ako makapag-aral, kailangan ko sumakay ng jeep mula doon, papunta sa University of Makati. Kapalan lang ho talaga ng mukha. Alam ko magrereklamo yung mga pasahero, pero dinadaan ko na lang sa tsawa at sa kwento habang nagbabiyahe ako. Pag sumakay ako ng jeep, kailangan wala pang sakay yung jeep. Una akong papasok sa jeep, doon ako sa likod ng driver. Ngayon, ang problema ko yung pagbaba ko sa university. Kailangan pababain lahat ng tao para makababa ako. So, ganun po kahirap. Ngayon, yung ating po naman MRT, LRT, thank you, meron na tayo niyan. Ang problema naman namin, kaya may elevator na accessible na. Inaaway talaga namin DOTs dyan. Thank you to Architect Morales, sayang nandito sana siya. Ang problema naman namin, accessible, mamamatay naman yata kami doon sa ipitan doon sa loob ng sa loob ng MRT. So, ang dami pong problema na, ang dami dapat solusyonan. Pero with this po talaga, I'm thankful na tayo pong nandito ngayon tumutulong, nagbibigay po ng butil para po masolusyonan at maging produktibong mamamayan po kami ng Pilipinas. Kasi sayang naman po yung mga talento naming mga may kapansanan na hindi po magamit dahil sa isang malaking problema o sasabihin natin bahagi ng problema ng bansa natin.
Maraming salamat po, ma'am, sa inyong tanong at sharing ng inyong mga kahindik-hindik na pakikipagsapalaran sa ating syudad. Andito po ang isang representative from the OTC and we would like you to say a few words, Aaron.
So, good morning. I'm Aaron Chan no, from the OTC. I'm from the Office of the Undersecretary for Planning. Hello? Oh, yeah. Basically, I think the department has multiple programs with respect to PWDs. And from what we've received, normally naman, nakipag-usap din kami sa mga, let's say, our, what you call this, employees associations and our various organizations within the department. They have been trying to do small projects talaga to really help persons with disabilities, particularly, for example, if we can build certain accessories for wheelchairs, etc. We really do our best to try that. No? With regards to your request for the MRT3, we are doing our best. However, there are some legalities that we have to push through before we can actually buy more trains, improve service, etc. I'm not pushing the blame towards somebody else, but even right now, I think everybody knows that it has been approved by the NEDA board that we can buy trains for MRT3, whatnot. However, there's a legal wall that we have to scale first before we can do anything. No? It's not that we mabagal kami or what. It's really dahil may mga blocks na hindi namin matagusan talaga. But rest assured, we're trying our best to improve service. We're also part of this inclusive mobility plan. We also have included certain, we've been trying to include, for example, I think everybody wants yung mga connectors from the MRT, LRT to certain malls, to certain places, no? Rather than you go down, you cross a very busy street, and then you go up again, which is very difficult. Even for non-PWDs, people are complaining. Why is it very inaccessible to reach your stations? For example, it's very, I think lahat tayo nakaka-experience dito sa Ortigas Station. It's right set in the middle of nowhere, and then you don't have a connector, no? We've been trying to adjust that, no? However, as we've mentioned, there are legalities with regard to MRT3. In terms of LRT1, we are presently looking at possible solutions, and I think we have to really siguro tulong-tulong talaga, no? And we have certain good people in government that are really trying to do that. No? I think if you go to Taft Station right now, Taft, MRT, LRT intersection, you can see there na talaga may improvement na sa station flow ng mga tao. And then there's also large improvement na rin sa kind of service na naproprovide doon. I guess this is in part to the leadership of GM Alvi Tangcol of MRT3, who's sadly not with us now. He's really been doing his best to improve MRT3 with whatever meager resources we have. No? I guess to close, no, people would always think na government is slow, government is bad performing. But if you look at it in the deep core, it's not government yung may kasalanan. There's a certain amount of systems, or a certain amount of mentality in the system that prevents government for example, your we cannot do certain it really has a certain amount of certain amount of time, and then doing the things, for example, if you want more things, it's not immediate we can add things. It has to be manufactured. Manufacturing the things takes somewhere between 1 and 5 years. So it's a long process. Just the least. Thank you.
Wala nang tanong? Ay, meron pa po.
This is less of a question, sorry, rather than a suggestion. Because I saw from the research that it seems that the poor and maybe most of us are generally well served by the network, which is kind of good and satisfactory. But I would like to put forward a possible research agenda for the future, because I think the problem may lie maybe in, it's actually more of the experience of commuting, and then the research could focus more on that, which I think, for example, walkability. Getting from the house to the terminal, is it easy? Can you walk through a continuous sidewalk, or do you have to dodge a lot of cars, etc.? Do you have to cross a big highway? And for example, waiting time. How long do you have to wait? For example, in the MRT, sometimes you wait 30 minutes just to get into the car. So are there, aside from adding cars, are there things that we can do waiting time? And then, for example, waiting at terminal, are you hot? Are you sweaty? Is it very crowded? Or can you wait in peace? Or can you wait, are you assured of a ride? Or do you have to go into a crowd and, you know, makiagawan with other people? So that, I think it's important to study the experience. And so it's not just maybe mapping, but actually looking at the experience from the street level. And what facilities, for example, are in the terminal or in the MRT that can help people just make their daily experience of commuting better. Yeah.
Thank you for, actually that's partly we tried to answer that with the survey of Mr. Randolph Carion about the mobility costs and opportunities. And hindi siya explicitly covered, but we've tried to address that kasi I think you've noticed yung mga priorities ng ating mga urban poor. The basis is that if we try to understand, I mean, if we address the convenience of the urban poor, basically kung na-address mo yon, we're hoping that, you know, covered na lahat, I mean, all the sectors. So, we've tried to address that on that research. Hindi, baka yung experience, I think, that's more of a qualitative kind of research, but it's actually covered in his study. So, we're plan naman to share that study, and you will see that in our website, inclusivemobility.net. Thank you.